We did this yesterday. It's upside down. And it was, some of these objects here, but today, and I really didn't like it. I mean, an expert artist came by and said that thing was great, but whatever. The wood was not too good. Anyway, today we're working on the back since it's my second best paper. It's the only way this paper could be better, I guess, is if it was thicker on a watercolor block. Anyway, I thought we'd try this shell here. And because the inside there looks really cool. And if you see it in the sun, it's like the House of Escher thing. So let's try in a good angle. Oh, that looks pretty good. So the big challenge here is going to be that this looks like it's inside. So we need to, achieve depth to get that to happen. I'm gonna stick with my brush of yesterday, which was the number 14. If I could find that, let me see. Is that it? I guess that looks like oh yes, that's my number 14 brush. Okay. So just see if we can, I don't know, we need a gray. So we got a gray area already. And do we want a cool gray or a warm gray? I guess let's try a warm gray we start with this area here. So get it warm. We need, a warm color. There's a violet. Let's see what that does. And see about this. This is like the same violet, I think. So let's see. All right, that's kind of like a warm gray, right? And we're gonna start light. And let's see. We're gonna try about actual size, I guess. And so I'm gonna start with just this area right here. How about? Oftentimes they suggest, oh, that doesn't look good at all. Oftentimes they suggest, sketching the thing first. But if you know me, I don't really like to sketch first. So I just like to start building from the middle. So that's cool. And my color match is like way off, but I'm just trying to hint where we're gonna start having. Let's put the bottom. Oh, see this here? Whoops, I got paint on it now. Oh gosh. Okay, well, I have changed the complexion of the shell suddenly, so I'm just gonna come here, and this area here is gonna be this. Okay, and then I want to get a real, get some red in there. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So now I want to do this area right here. And where is that? It's like right there. Let's see. Gonna just go here. That's not really what the color match. I'm gonna try this color right here. It's called rust, which is kind of a fluorescent yellow that has a hint of green. And I'm gonna see about that. And let's see if we can just come here, and that's also very far away from a color match. I'm gonna try to go a little orange now, and let's see what happens. And okay, that's close. Not exactly, but it's kind of close anyway. And then now we're gonna just a minute, get my towel here. Okay, now I want to let's see. I'm gonna start right here, just kind of blend that. And leave that little white in there. And see this little white thing? I think that's going to help us with depth later on. So, and then here we're going to try to come up here, I guess. Let's go like right up here. Okay, good. And then here we got kind of a bone. Oh, geez, I keep painting my subject, and the paint doesn't come off. How about that? All right, well, anyway. I want to get a hint of blue now. Let me just get like a kind of a blue. Hi, get a this blue here. Yeah, hi. I got an audience in the window. Okay. So here, let's see if we can, I guess like right here. Let's see. This already looks terrible. What the heck's going on here? Oh well. Keep going, right? All right. Um, I'm gonna hit let me get a touch of that blue right there. Why not? Which is kind of silly since, blue's gonna fall back and we want this area to fall forward. And we'll go right here too. And maybe we can even go like right here to start. You see this area here. Hi, thanks for joining my real-time watercolor painting today where we're attempting to paint this shell. Okay. And here I'm going to take some red. I guess we're going, kind of bonzo about our colors here because we're kind of exaggerating the color. Here I'm going to put red right there. And oh, that is terrible. Wow. Well, it's going to fade as we go. Now let's try to get some, actually, that is just too much. I'm just going to pull this out, leave it kind of, there we go. All right. And let's see. I guess this is this. And let's see about a faint rose color to come down here. And that would be this area right here. And now we're going to need kind of like a shadow right here. Let's try to get a blue. There's our blue tone from before. And I'd like to turn that a little towards gray. So that's a Primatech color right here, which is kind of a blue. Let's see what we got there. That looks pretty good. Okay. So now we're going to see about this thing here. And I like this. There's a reflective light and shadow right there. So that's an interesting, so we should try to do like this area right here. And here goes, I'm going to start right there. And then, so you see this area right here is kind of like a triangle, but stretched out down there. Let's see about getting that. My single viewer has left me here, but I don't blame him because look how, boring this is. It's not even recognizable as a shell. I think oftentimes I think I should start with a time lapse just to establish some of the parameters of a painting. And this blue is not really looking good at all anymore. But anyway, I'm gonna try to get a little come back to this orange and let's just come here. And actually this is not really an orange area, but I gotta keep going here. You lay down some paint. Let's go up here. That's cool. So we're gonna just try to say, hey, where the shape of the shell here, and this I'm gonna blend it out. That's good. So I'm leaving this little white thing in there, and that's cool. And that was our first paint stroke. How about that? So up here, I'm gonna try to get like an orange. So orange, we got yellow, take some red, and maybe more yellow. Forgot what yellow that is up there. I think it's a cadmium yellow deep or something like that. That looks like a good orange. Okay. Let's see about this whole, yes, this whole thing. And down here. And this is going to be negative space like this right here. Oh, very important area. And then I'm going to just try to fill this in like the pros. The pros, they fill in big areas. And I'm going to leave a little white hairline right there just to help us out with personality. And then this, we got to change up the color slightly. So we just grab this greenish that we have here. And let's see if that changed up the color effectively. That looks terrible. Holy cow. I'm going to make a new gray. Forgot what color that is. I think it might be the same as that one. I don't know. That, and then I want to mix that with brown. Get us a nice gray. That looks good. It's a warm gray. And come down there. Oh, wow. That's horrible, right? And boy, this is not matching my perception of what was going to happen when I try to paint this shell. Okay, how about we get this end here? Okay, it's looking all right, I guess. And up here, I want to. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take a little bit right there. I want to go back to a blue. This is a bad blue, but I'm in a hurry. See if we can't turn that into a gray here. Not not getting very gray. Morning, how you? Hey, that looks bad. Just gonna jump into an actual gray. Okay, let's see what we got here. How about we try to do the shadow under the shell? So let's say like right here. Generally, I don't like a long single line of one color, which is what we just did there. I'm gonna see about just get this sort of moved out. Oh my God. I want to go warm. This is the shadow of the shell, but this is coming up here, so I'm just gonna make it warm just so because I want this part of the shadow to say, hi, I'm closer to the viewer than this part of the shadow. So I'm just gonna try to blend that together. And now definitely want to bring this out so it fades into nothing. And this is actually part of the shadow up there. That looks pretty good, except I can't really tell what's happening since the sun is shining on it so brightly, but I think it looks all right. And this, I gotta come down. I guess this is like this. This, I'm trying to make that so it's less abrupt of a transition, and that does not look good, but whatever. This looks good. I don't know if that's going to dry too good because I got a lot of water on there. But I think we're moving in the right direction. And also, let's see if we can't bring this down a little bit just to say, hey, we're the interior of the shell. And I guess we're going to try go here. And that is looking okay. And let's see. One thing about not sketching first is there is some confusion right now about what is happening here. So I'm gonna just take that and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say this is gonna be the limit. And then this, I want to put some yellow in there. Not real yellow, but just, okay, I definitely got yellow representation now and there. Oh, this looks so dumb, doesn't it? Okay. We'll see. And this, okay, that's supposed to be, I'm gonna move this out of the sun slightly because this is our hard edge. And so how about we get a cool color, and I don't really want green. We'll start with blue because we want cool. And let's get whatever this is. One of these is Lunar Blue, which is a Payne's Gray Leans Blue. I don't remember which one it is, though. Might be that one. No, that's not it. That looks like a Payne's Gray Leans. I don't know where it's leaning. Let's see. Okay, we're trying to get a cool gray here. Okay, I guess that's cool gray. All right, let's just go for it. And here, just gonna say this is the limit. And then down here, we want to, I'm leaving this white line. That's very blue. Anyway, now I'm trying to quickly blend in a gray. Now I'm going to try to make this disappear. I don't know if we want to connect here. I guess we're going to connect there. And this. And I guess we're just going to come over here. And what? Oh, that's the shadow. So it's going to stop here and call that the shadow. And I want to get a little warmer right there because this is closer to the viewer. I'll leave that little white there. And let's see if we can't just blend this out. Leaving these white streaks in there is all right. And okay, this is really going pretty horrible, but wait. uh, okay. I guess I'm going to take a quick break. 18 minutes to get this far. How about that? All right, I'm gonna pick this back up, maybe a time lapse, and see if we can't get some fun details in there. But thanks everyone who stopped by for part one of Paint to Shell, real-time watercolor painting, Paint to Shell from life, art fun. Bye.